Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by That High School Tech Guy. Today we are checking out Blender, the 3D animation program. We'll be doing some gradient textures and texturing today. And I really like texturing, and this specific video will be about my friend's hair. My friend has very nice hair and it's dyed in a very peculiar way that almost looks like their hair is on fire. So we're going to be trying to replicate that today. We just pulled in a cylinder here, so let's rotate it RX 90, make it perpendicular, scale it y-axis, out long but not too long, make sure the shade's smooth. Now we're going to go over to our shading workspace and creating a new texture. We're going to leave the principled shader here, and the two main things we're going to be looking at is the gradient texture and the color ramp. So to open up that menu, by the way, it is Shift-A and then search for gradient. That's how to do it. Also, you should have the Node Wrangler add-on installed, because if you don't, like, are you really a Blender person? So a gradient texture, let's nail that. Control-Shift and then click. We'll just push it directly to the output so we can see. And then Control-T on the node will add our mapping. So our Y here, we're going to change it to 90. That means we can actually see the texture. And now Control-Shift-T back to our color ramp. Connect our color to the factor, and this is where we can start messing with the actual look of it. So at the very base, this will be our roots over here, and this will be the edge of the follicle. So the roots, they were dyed yellow. Very cool. Very nice yellow color here. Push this up a little bit just so we can see a bit more. If memory serves me correctly, it looked about like that. Yeah. Now we're going to add in another color here, and this is going to be the red part. So this is how the hair actually starts to make it look like it's on fire. Add in the red, move this back a little bit. And then over here, well, not that, this one, this will go to the natural hair color, which is a dark, very dark brown. You can see here it's in linear, and I find that if I actually change it to B-spline, it's much better transition. So let's sort of tweak these values here. Okay, so I think we've got our colors all matched down, and you can see it's a very nice color, and it looks like the hair is on fire. Now, we're going to connect this back to our base color, remove this, and then we connect this. And then you can see it's different because you have all these options. Let's turn all of them down for now because we do not need them. Now, see, this is fine on its own. Just a simple gradient, oh cool, fire texture. But we can do a little bit better. Because the hair is supposed to be on fire, what we can do is we can actually make it look like it's on fire by doing this. Our color, we're going to plug it into the emission node. You can't really properly see. We'll move back to our layout here. I had to change it to cycles. Let's add in a plane, scale it up back. And now if we move to a rendered view, you can actually see, delete the light, that we're getting something, which is awesome. And that is exactly what we want. But also, I feel, because the hair is in a gradient, I feel that the emission should also be in a gradient. And although it kind of is, if we turn this up to 10, let's say, you can see, like, even over here, it's emitting, and it just kind of ruins the whole look. So we will be adding a second gradient texture over here. Pop that bad boy right there, and we're going to plug it into the emission strength. Of course, you know, it means nothing and we can't see it. So Control-Shift-Click on the gradient texture, and kind of same scenario as here. We're going to go Control-T to pull up our mapping. Same thing, 90 degrees. But here's the problem. See, you know, if you look, we Control-Click back to this, or rather this, I would say. You can see that over here, this is the light part and this is the dark part. But if we go back to our emission strength gradient, it's the opposite. What we will do here is a simple invert color, and there we go. Now, it's looking confusing already. Let's move our gradient back a little bit, just so it's about there. I like that. I think that'll do well. So now let's look back at our main texture here, but it's still pretty dark, because if you remember originally it was nice and light, but now it is dark. So along with our 92, there we go. That's how that works. You need to quickly invert the color there. See, you know, flip it around, move where the emission is coming from. But yeah, it's not enough, so Shift-A, we're going to add in a math node right here, set it to multiply, and we're going to multiply it by 3. There we go. And now we have the fire hair follicle. And it's emitting from the top. As you get less and less, it will be emitting not as much. Throw up the node tree on screen for anybody who wants to take a screenshot. That was about all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more tutorials on Blender, DaVinci Resolve, and Premiere Pro. I'll catch you in the next one.